guys, oh my god, a new tattoo. Anyways, last Saturday, the 21st of May, after months of anticipation, I was finally going to see Busted on their Pigsty Fly tour in Manchester, supported by Wheatus and Emma Blackery. Side note, literally, Wheatus were good, but Emma Blackery killed it, just like she did when I saw her support Charlie Simpson last year. So I was finally seeing Busted after what felt like an eternity.
I did my waiting! 12 years of it!
And I was on stage with them. Sort of. For anybody who hasn't been keeping up with the tour, I'll explain. Originally, I bought tickets for the OMFG zone, which is here. And while I was in Cyprus in April, they announced a new upgrade called the Pigsty. I'll just let them explain.
You from the audience, here, and plop you here, which is the stage where we are.
Now, as an OMFG zone ticket holder, I was offered a free transfer as opposed to having to pay for it, as well as having priority when it came to being in the Pigsty. So I transferred. Now bear in mind that to buy a ticket for the Pigsty would have cost £90, whereas the ticket I'd bought would cost me £160. So I was already down 70 quid. So after my experience, I thought I'd give you a list of 5 pros and cons about the Pigsty. Whether you're attending an upcoming gig, or whether you've already been in the Pigsty and you're interested to see if we had the same reaction, or if you're just interested about what the hell goes on in there. Disclaimer, these are all my personal opinions, so don't get butthurt. Positives. During the slow songs like new song Easy or especially Sleeping with the Light On, the view was incredible with everybody using torches on their phones. The Pigsty had torches. And it was just incredible. I got this picture. It just truly was beautiful. It was almost as incredible as seeing Angels done live. And I feel fairly safe in saying that I would not have had the same experience if I'd been anywhere else in the arena for those songs. Now this is mainly positive but also slightly negative, as during the video I showed before, we were told that the merch that the Pigsty group would get would be exclusive to the people in the Pigsty. And then we found the exclusive Pigsty hoodie up for sale in the merch store. But the positive side is that we got a decent bag, which I needed, a torch, which also doubles up as a bottle opener, the hoodie I'm currently wearing, and this mask on my face. I mean, it doesn't exactly make up for the £70 loss, but pretty decent merch. I was stood directly behind Matt, and in this picture that Matt put on all of his social media, my face looks like this. Basically, I was frantically trying to get my phone out to try and take a picture or video, but my at the time broken phone decided instead to turn off, which is why my face went like that. Well, it's either that or I suddenly had a stroke. But me and James go over to the Pigsty quite often. Charlie doesn't, but I've noticed retrospectively that's not his fault, it's more of a layout issue, as there's openings to the Pigsty on Matt and James's side, whereas behind Charlie and Cobus there's just a huge board. This was a huge selling point for the Pigsty, and it's true, it's an incredible view seeing tens of thousands of people here to see a 3-man band who were big 12 years ago. I can't speak for the other levels, but for the lower level we had a staircase almost directly to the toilets and therefore also to water, meaning that we didn't have to miss the entire show by walking to the other end of the arena. Now for the negatives. Again, these are my opinions. The reveal of the Pigsty to the audience and vice versa was an incredible moment. Seeing tens of thousands of people staring at you is slightly overwhelming, even though you know they're not actually there to see you. But after the initial boost and excitement, I would have quite liked to have seen their fronts. And James. In the bag of merch we were given, we also found a list of rules, including this no jumping rule. And having a no jumping rule at a Busted gig is almost like having a no eating rule at an all-you-can-eat buffet. Now obviously it makes complete sense, seeing as the Pigsty is essentially just scaffolding, but it would have been nice to jump along to Busted after waiting 12 years for it. Again, I can't speak for the other levels of the Pigsty on the other side, but where I was stood, there was a narrow but really long light in front of me, and it was almost entirely blocking Matt from my vision. And it was the sort of thing which, if moved just 2 inches to the left, wouldn't have even been an issue. I don't know if this was just at Manchester, but nobody had a bloody clue what was going on. We were told in an email to find and queue in lane 1, and when we found it, we were told that all Pigsty people were in that lane. even people with priority. Now this confused me because I thought it would have made more sense to have a line for general Pigsty tickets and one line for priority Pigsty tickets. Instead we're all jumbled together, coupled with seeing at least 2 other queues that nobody explained to us, causing us all to panic, thinking we'd been in the wrong queue for 2 hours. We didn't know any different until we were actually in the arena. So we finally got in through the front door and were ushered towards a table and told to get in a queue. There were 2 queues. Now we assumed we could get in either queue since it hadn't been specified which we were supposed to get in. Yeah, not bloody quite. We waited in the first queue for 5 minutes and were then told to go to the back of the other queue where we waited a further 5 minutes before finally being able to go into the arena. Honestly, with more information-filled pieces of paper hung on the walls, the whole thing would have been a hell of a lot smoother. Midway through the show, the 3 of them moved to the second stage, which was the complete opposite end of the arena. The only issue is that from the Pigsty, I personally could barely see the stage, let alone them. It must be like being that end of the arena and looking at the stage, except we didn't have any screens to see what was going on. So that's the end of my pros and cons for the busted Pigsty. If I had to give a recommendation, I'd suggest getting OMFG zone tickets, as then you can get a drink in there and jump and see them. I should point out, the show is incredible. I just maybe didn't have the same Pigsty experience as maybe others will do. With regards to ticket prices and people complaining about them, I thought I'd offer up my opinion because clearly everybody loves it when I do that. Apparently a normal seated ticket was £45-ish, the OMFG zone ticket was £157, a meet and greet upgrade was £165 on top of your gig ticket, a ticket for the OMFG zone and a meet and greet was £260. Now these are ridiculously expensive tickets, but I watched an interview with Matt Willis recently who made a very valid point that artists don't make money from albums anymore. When you can get things for free off YouTube after a day, or stream it on Spotify for free every month, or £10 for premium, nobody's gonna pay £10 just for the album. And he said that artists make their money through tours now, which explains why the prices were so high and why the merchandise was very expensive as well. The tour programme, for example, was £12. Well, this has been a long video, I can already tell. I hope Busted tour next year to promote the new album, and I also hope they stay together for a few years before taking a break, so I can see them again. I have to sell a kidney. Again. Thanks for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave me a like down below because I enjoy every single thumb I can get. You can click over here to subscribe to my channel to be told when I make a new video, or you can click over here to see my last one. Comment down below your experience if you were in the Pigsty, or if not, just comment your favourite Busted song. Also, make sure to check out the new Busted song Coming Home on the link in the description. I've also started inconsistently making vines, so if you're that bored and you want to follow my Vine channel, then you can go do that on the link in the description as well. Coming next week is the story of one of the most harrowing nights of my entire life. So far. Whereas the ticket I'd bought was 100... Fuck! Urgh. God damn it. Oh, I should just sleep, it's 3 AM. I'm calling you at 3 AM now. Oh!